Everybody, how are you? Anna here. Good to see you guys. I'm going to wait a second to let everybody make their way in and make sure I'm live where I'm supposed to be, because earlier today when I did my live, I wasn't live on my page. So I am live. Thank goodness. Hi, everybody. How are you? Good to see all of you. Okay, no, I'm not live. So I thought I was. That was from earlier today. So that's not true. So if you are watching and you could see me, please comment in the comments below. I would so appreciate it. I see that for some reason, again, I am not live on my business page, and I just don't know why. So it's public, so I should be able to. I'm going to try and figure out why I'm not live, but I have a really, really big announcement today. So I hope you'll stay with me because I'm super excited to share it with you. And I think many of you are going to be super excited about it. So bear with me for just 2 seconds while I figure out why this isn't working correctly and get the live feed onto my page. And hold on. No, it's not live there either. So let's see. It's telling. Okay, so I'm clearly live on YouTube, which is great. Not live anywhere on Facebook. How annoying is technology has not been my friend lately at all. I'm not live in any of the places I'm supposed to be live. So I am going to share this live with you on YouTube and hopefully then try and share it with the rest of the world on Facebook. But it's not working. It's not working. And I don't know why. Because that's just lately, that's just what's happening to me. So I'm trying to roll with it, but yeah, it's just not working. And I don't know why. It's not working. Oh, goodness. I don't know why. I don't know why. It says I'm live in all these places. It says I'm live, but I'm just not live. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to, what's that word? Because I have no words lately. I don't know the word. All right, I'm going to tell you on YouTube. Since you're live with me on YouTube, I'm going to talk to you on YouTube. Someone's saying try to find, and it's just not working on Facebook. So I'm going to have to go live on Facebook in a minute. But I'm so glad that some of you can see me on YouTube. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the announcement on YouTube, and then I'm going to go live on Facebook after I figure out the problem. But I'm going to tell you guys. So here is the announcement. So as you know, Guided Readers is my online reading program. And up to this point, it has been an annual membership. And I have heard from a lot of teachers, especially now, because we are in this situation where we're all homebound and teaching remotely, and many Americans have lost their jobs. So I worked with my developer, and we now have the option of purchasing a monthly membership to Guided Readers, and I am so excited about it. So basically, you get access to the Bloom plan, which is the seed and the sprout, so you get the digital reader, all the printables, that kind of stuff. And it's $14.99 per month, which is so exciting. Now, you get credits. You get 20 books every month, and you get 15 close reading passages every month. It gives you plenty of resources for every single lesson that you have to teach to your students. I think I'm now live. Which is great. It's, 15 minutes late, but for some reason that's working now. But I'm so excited to bring this to you because I'm definitely rolling with it, Pamela. I'm rolling with it. I wanted to bring this to you because many people said it was difficult to pay for the annual plan. So now I'm offering it as a monthly membership. Again, you get the seed plan and sprout plan for $14.99 a month. You get access to 20 books per month, and you get access to 15 close reading passages per month as well. So that's plenty of resources for you to attack all of your reading groups, because typically in a week, you're probably going to meet with your groups every day. At least in my classroom, the way I organized my weekly reading groups was I did one book per week and I did one close reading passage per week. And that's how I separated it. So you will have plenty of resources every single solitary month if you purchase monthly. So you'll get 20 books per month and you'll get 15 close reading passages per month as well. So you have plenty of resources to choose from to give access to your students to use during your guided reading instruction. And I'm just so excited about this change because I feel like it's going to make it easy for my teachers that really, really wanted to get in there and try it, but just didn't have, $167 to spend at that moment. This is like kind of like a low barrier to entry. It gets you into the program. It gets you the materials you need. You've got the Google Classroom. It gives you all of the same options that everybody gets that has the yearly membership, except you just get a certain amount of books every month. So you're paying for a certain amount of books every month and your credits roll over. So let's say month one, you only download 10 books. Next month, when you get charged again, you get 20 more books, plus you'll have the leftover 10. So you'll have 30 books. So they always roll over from month to month. You never lose your credits. You never lose your books. They're there for you and for your students. So the access is the same. Except you just get a certain amount of books and passages every month to assign to each of your groups. What's great about this is now that you guys are working in Google Classroom and you're teaching virtually, this is the perfect time for you where you can now assign books on your children's specific level. So typically in my classroom, I had 4 reading groups, typically 4 to 5. It depended on how many students I had per year, but typically 4 to 5. And like I said, each week I did one book because I would do a 3-day lesson plan. And then Thursdays and Fridays, I typically did close reading. So with 20 books and 15 close reading passages, you have more than enough resources to ensure that your students are reading with you in group for instruction, or now at home. Now that they're reading at home, you can assign specific book levels to your students like you did before. For those of you who've never been on guided readers, you create a student portal with all of your students. You can assign them specific levels. So let's say, for example, you're a 2nd grade teacher and you have a child that's, let's say, for argument's sake, is reading on a instructional level F. Let's just say their instructional level is an F. But you want to give them all of the other independent levels that you've purchased per month available. You can show them those books in their bookshelf, or the ones you purchased for that particular group, you assign it to them and then they see it on their bookshelf. They can read the book. They can listen to the book being read aloud as the words are highlighted. They can record themselves reading and listen back, and you can hear them recording as well. So, which is amazing, especially with our virtual learning right now. Now you could start listening to them. You could even do running records while you're at home and they're at home, and you could keep up that assessment to see and ensure that they're keeping up with their work. You can assign the Google Classroom slides for them. You can tell them what words they're going to build on in the Making Words activity. So there's just so many options for you now through our monthly plan. It is only $14.99 a month. I wanted to make it super, super inexpensive and affordable for my teachers that are now home, that really are searching for virtual and distance learning reading resources. It's now here for you. Low barrier to entry. You can cancel at any time, and those books are available to you for $14.99 per month. And again, you'll just assign the books within the student manager. The child will see it on their bookshelf. They can read, listen, record, take quizzes, do the Google Classroom. So many options. So I wanted to make this available to you now. I worked with my developer, and my developer is the best. I was like, I need this right now. He worked for the last week and a half to get this all set up because I know the stressor point that you are in right now. I know it. I absolutely know it. So I just hope this helps. I hope this gives you the resources that you need to ensure that you can reach your children virtually. Make sure they get great, rigorous, extensive reading instruction at home through the books on guided readers, because remember, all of our books are professionally leveled by Fontes and Pinnell and Lexile. So if you're a Fontes and Pinnell school, I'm pretty sure Fontes and Pinnell doesn't have any digital readers. So come and use our readers because they're professionally leveled by Fontes and Pinnell and Lexile. Again, you assign them on the bookshelf. I'm going to show you super quick. Let me see. I'm going to share my screen really quick. See if you can see it. I think you can see it now. So basically what you're looking at is the whatchamacallit, the actual site itself. So I wanted to show you how it works. I want to show you how it works. So basically what you're looking at right now is if you purchase the monthly subscription, you'll sign up. Again, it's only $14.99 per month. You can cancel at any time. On the top, you're going to see bookstore and passages store. We're calling them stores just so that's where you get your access. So let's say you click bookstore, right? And you say, okay, I know my mid-level group is reading on, let's say, a level J. So I know that I have these 5 kids that are in my level J group, and they're reading on an instructional level J, or maybe you even want to assign them an independent reading level since they're home and you're not with them. That's an option too. All you do is go to F&P, you go to level J, and you'll see all of the J books available to you. It will tell you the comprehension focus for each book. And then what you do, so let's say, for example, you want to have them read Matt's Bake Sale because you want them to focus on character traits for inside and outside character traits. You'll click Get Book. It will tell you that you're about to redeem your credit. You click Get Book, and now that book is going to be available to you. And you could see it turned green. So now I have this book available to me, and it shows up on my bookshelf. So here it is on my bookshelf. So now I know that I can assign this book to my students. Now, this is a brand new account that I just made, so I don't have any students yet. So I'm going to click Create Students and show you how easy it is to create your students. So I click New. I write my student's name. Let's say his name was Jake Foster. I'm going to give him a 2-picture password. And I know that he is reading on a level J because he's in my J group. I'm going to click J. I'm going to create my student. And then that's how quick and easy it is for you to create your student manager. It will take you all of 5 minutes to do your entire class. Super, super easy. And then when Jake goes onto his bookshelf, he's going to see this book. So now you know that you're assigning that book to Jake. So you can read the book. Now, this is the teacher bit. This is the teacher side. So you don't have the recording available. Only the students do. But you can listen to the story and read it. You could see what the quiz is. Again, this is the teacher side, right? So what I want to do now is I want to show you how to log in as Jake, my student. So Jake goes, he clicks Click Kids Log In. And I'm going to come out of here because it's not Laura. I want to get out of here. And I want to get out of here because I was already logged in. So my, everyone gets a username. So my username was Digilio3, and there's Jake Foster. So you have to just give your students your username. So I made Digilio3, and their entire student list will show here. This is Jake Foster. Jake Foster clicks his name, puts in his 2-picture password, logs in, and there's his book. So now when Jake clicks read, the digital book will open up. He can now read the book. He could listen to the book if he wants.
Matt's Bake Sale.
Or and when he goes in, he'll see the words being highlighted as well.
Matt left school. He was frowning.
See? So all the words are highlighted. Now he can record himself. So let's make believe Matt wants to record himself. So Matt clicks the record button. Was his name Jake or Matt? Oh, Jake, sorry. Jake wants to record himself. He clicks record. Matt left school. He was frowning. His dad asked why. Matt told him, recess is boring. Okay, so let's just say, for example, he finished the whole book. Now he can listen back to his recording.
Matt left school.
Oh, sorry.
He was frowning. His dad asked why. Matt told him recess is boring.
So now he can listen back to his own recording, and I can listen to his recording. So now I'm going to log out of Jake, and I'm going to log back into my teacher account, and I'm going to show you how you can now listen to Jake's recording. So I'm going to go back to my student manager. Here's Jake. I'm going to go to his readings, and there it is. I can listen.
Matt left school.
So now I can listen to his recording when he's home. So this gives us so many opportunities to listen to our kids read. You can see now if Jake took the quiz, his quiz score would have been here. Not only that, but you can also assign them the Google Classroom. So now when you get back to school, you'll have all the printables, but here's the Google Classroom. You click Google Classroom, you make a copy of the Google Classroom, and then you add it to your Google Classroom and assign it to your students. So now they can work on all of their activities in Google Classroom. Let me see if you can see it right now. Want to make sure you can see it. Hold on one second. I'm gonna, I need to share another screen, but that's not working. For some reason, it's not working with the way I'm screen sharing right now. So all you have to know is that you can absolutely see the screen share of, you can actually see the Google Classroom slides. You're not seeing them right now. You're still seeing the actual materials page, but you can click Google Slides, make a copy, and add it to their Google Classroom assignment. So it's very, so now that we're offering this monthly option, I'm just so excited about it because it's really a low barrier to entry. It gives you access to allow your students to read at home, really still be connected to your students reading, listen to them reading, look at their quizzes, see the activities that they're doing and they're writing in Google Classroom. The options and opportunities here are endless with guided readers, especially now with the monthly plan, and it's very, very inexpensive. So for $14.99 per month, you get 20 books and 15 passages, again, which will be more than enough for you to get through your monthly assignments for your students reading. More than enough for you. So if you didn't want to purchase guided reads for the full yearly plan, we have the monthly plan available for you now. And I'm really, really excited about it. And it's an exciting time because I like I said, I wanted to make this available to teachers who needed a lower barrier to entry, so it wasn't as expensive as the annual membership. And so this is what we've put together for you. And I was asked by so many teachers to make it a monthly option. So now I've been, my developer worked like a crazy guy. I'm so appreciative to him. And he made the monthly available. So it's only $14.99 per month again, and you could start it today. It will take you 5 minutes to set up your student manager with your students. 5 minutes. I mean, it's so quick and easy, and they get a 2-picture password, just super easy. And you can start assigning them books now. Assign the Google Classroom, assign the books, make them read it out loud and record it, make them take the quizzes. This is now available to you for a much lower monthly price point instead of buying for the whole year. So I really, really hope this helps you during this time of distance learning. I know you're all trying to figure it out, and I know that basically from what I know about how I experienced education in the past, I know you were probably left to fend for yourself. Been there, done that, my friends. I was in education for 23 years. So I could only imagine what they've put on your plates and you're now trying to figure it out. So I really hope this helps. I'm going to answer some questions that I see came in. Heather, thank you. You're welcome. Can I take the quizzes for grades? Yes, Pamela. It's a question quiz, and the quiz grades show up in the student manager. And it's a perfect way for you to still get grades for your students. Not only that, but you could also grade their guided writing activity that you give them based on the comprehension of the book. And you can do that in Google Classroom because you're going to see the work that they did in Google Classroom. And just so you know, right now, currently, literally, we are working on adding audios to all of our Google Slides. Because right now, when we created the Google Slides, we did it for teachers that were in one-to-one classrooms. So instead of having papers and copying papers, we gave them Google Slides to be able to do it with their iPads or Chromebooks. So now we are working literally 24 hours a day, and we're creating audio files for every single solitary set of Google Slides. So that's what we're currently doing right now, because I know that you might want to have your students listen to the audios. So we are working on that right now, and hopefully they should be done within the next week or so. So we will be adding audios to the Google Slides as well, since you're not there with them. And that's what we're currently working on. But right now, everything else is there for the students to listen to all of the stories, record themselves reading, take the quizzes, do the Google Classroom activities, sight words, vocabulary, guided writing, just everything there for you. So I hope that helps. Let me answer questions. Nancy says, how many credits a month? And I belong to members. Can I switch? And okay, so I think you're talking about Nancy being a member for Simply Skilled. So basically what you get is 20 books per month on guided readers and 15 passages per month. So 20 books and 15 passages, and it rolls over every single month if you don't use them, right? Excuse me one second. Unfortunately, we can't switch your account from Simply Skilled to Guided Readers because they're completely two different platforms. So I'm so sorry about that. Let me see if there were other questions. Yes, you could take the quizzes for grades. Do we have access to the Google Slides if we're already yearly members? Yes, Dana, absolutely. If you purchase the Bloom plan, if you have the Bloom plan, which was the $167 plan, you have access to the Google Slides already. You already have that. But it has to be the Bloom plan. Oh, well, actually, that's not true. If you have the Seed plan, you also have the Google Classroom. And if you have the Bloom plan, you have Google Classroom. The only time you wouldn't have Google Classroom if you only did the Sprout plan, which is the digital reader. I hope that helps. Can you show us what the Google Slides look like? I was trying to do that. Here's what I'm going to do. Let me add something. I'm trying to figure out how to add another. Let's remove this. Okay, here we go. I think I figured out. Oh, okay. I definitely figured out what I'm doing. Here we go. I'm going to share the, here it is. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, I'm sharing Google Slides. Woohoo! All right, here we go. So these are the Google Slides. So basically, they're going to practice their sight words. So they find the sight words by dragging the yellow highlighter over the sight word. So this word was other. So there's other. We grab the highlighter and we highlight over the sight words. So sorry, I've been talking so much today. Vocabulary, they're going to read the sentences and drag the vocabulary words that match the underlined word. Now, make it and break it and match it. Now, this, again, like I was telling you, was you were listening to the teacher's direction because we created this for teachers to do the oral directions. So this is what we're adding the audios to as we speak. But what you can do is put them into your Google Classroom, put the words into the Google Classroom, which you can find on the lesson plan, and they can still do the activity in Google Slides until we get those audios on. Because the Google Slides were originally created for the teacher in the classroom if they didn't want to print out the printables. So we gave them a digital option. That was how and why the Google Classroom Slides were originally created. But now that we have this home situation and you're not there, what we're doing is we're adding audios to our Google Slides now. So you'll start to see those popping up onto the Google Slides. So I hope that helps. That's another one is match it. And then here's the guided writing prompt. So this is where they're going to type either this one was problem and solution. So here they type the answer to problem and solution for the story they just read. And then these are the question stems. Text-dependent questions for each book, thinking within the text, beyond the text, and about the text. So they get 4 questions per Google slide. And again, they have the guided writing, they have the sight words and the vocabulary. The only 2 things, as I just mentioned, that you would have to tweak a little bit right now is the make it and break it or the match it's, because there's no audio on there. But you could put the words that they have to use inside of Google Classroom and say, okay, this particular story, you need to build these words, and put the 6 words down from the lesson plan. So on each oh, you can't see me because I'm sharing. Let me. Okay, so on the lesson plan that you'll see, I give you all of the words. And for the lower levels, we also have the sorted with the sorting of pictures. So that's in there for levels A through C. D through H, you have your box it and make it. And you could just copy the words from here, put them into your Google Classroom, and then tell them to make those words on those Google slides until the audios get added. And we're literally, I have 4 people currently working on the audios for the Google slides. So we're going to be getting that up within the next week or so. All the audios will be there for you. So I hope that helps. Let's see if there's any other questions that came in. Is this just for guided readers? Yes, this is just for guided readers. Let's see. We are using Seesaw. I think this will work there. I know I can use Google Slide there. To be honest, Christy, I actually, I've never used Seesaw, but from what I know and from what I've heard from my other teachers that are using it, they're able to add Google Slides in there. And I would think that you could just add the direct link, your student's link, because remember, this is a web-based platform. So as long as they have their link to log in to guided readers, they're going to go right onto their bookshelf and see it right there. It won't be within Seesaw, but it's web-based. So if they're in Seesaw and they can click the link to go into Google, into guided readers, it will be easy for them to switch over from Seesaw to guided readers and then read the book, listen to the book, record the book, take the quiz. So I'm sure you could very easily put a link inside of Seesaw to bring them out to guided readers, since it's a web-based platform. Hope that helps. Let's see. How many credits a month? So the credits a month, again, were 20 books per month and 15 passages per month. Let's see if I missed any other questions. Yeah, Pamela, the recording of the story with the students is really, it's such a powerful tool, because the children listen back to their reading. It helps with fluency. It helps with intonation. It helps with decoding, comprehension. I mean, there's so many skills that it helps with. So I'm glad you're liking that. Let's see. Oh, Pamela said, I'm so excited to try it. Me too. Nancy says, how many students can I have for the $14.99 per month? And when I use a credit on an M book, I can use that as long as I am a member. Okay, so we allow for 36 students in a class. So you're allowed to create 36 student accounts within your class. So that's still the same, 36 students. And then it's $14.99 per month. And yeah, so let's say you use a credit on an M book. You'll have that book. Let's say you're a member for 2 years, right? You'll always have that book. That book won't go away. So once you purchase it as a member, it stays on your bookshelf. It won't go away. So let's say, again, you stay a member for 2 years, it will always be on your bookshelf. Now, don't forget, remember, you're also getting all of the printables that go with it, all of the printable books. So remember, even if you, let's say, stay a member a year, you're still going to have access to all of these printable materials when you print them out. I think right now what we're all kind of focused on is this distance learning and virtual learning. So right now you might not be printing anything out, but when you do get back to school, you could print everything out and then you have it forever for the rest of your teaching career. So it's not like, let's say you decide to not be a member anymore, you won't have access to the membership platform, but you will have access to everything you've printed out, lesson plans, activities, books, everything. Once you download it, it's yours to keep. So I hope that helps and answers your question. If I join, Barbara says, if I join today, will the digital audio automatically be added? Barbara, can you tell me what you mean? Will the digital audio automatically be added. Do you mean the audio for the children to record themselves and read and listen back? Or are you talking about the audios on the Google Slides? Can you tell me what you're referring to? I'm not sure. Right now, you can go in and children can listen to the stories. Again, the words are highlighted on the page where they can record themselves reading, listen back, take the quizzes. All of that is already on the book on the site. We have almost 700 books on the site from levels A to level Q. Level A to Q currently. Let me know, Barbara, if that was your question. Now, the audio for those 2 slides in Google Slides, remember, Google Slides was originally created for teachers that were one-to-one in their classroom, and they didn't want to print out the books or the papers, the printables. So I gave Google Classroom access so they could do it, digitally. So now that we're all doing this home learning, we're going to be adding the audio files to the Google Slides because you're not there, right? But until we get to that point and they all get added, you could just put the words inside of Google Classroom for them or give them the words, tell them there's only 6 words for each of the box-its and make-its. There's only 6 words on each one. So you could just give them those words until those audios are filled in on the slides. So I hope that helps. Barbara, good. I'm glad that, good. I'm so glad that answered your question, Barbara. Great. Esther says, hold on. Esther says, is the introductory price only for the first year? Yeah, we launched guided readers back in August, and we've continued with our introductory price because what we wanted to do is we wanted to give teachers an opportunity to really jump in at our lowest price available. And like I said, we add anywhere between 50 to 80 books per month. So that's currently our run rate right now. We had about 50 to 80 books per month, and we are a little over 700 books currently from A through Q. We are working on our higher levels, so those will come soon. But right now we have a full library for A through Q. Again, all of our books are professionally leveled by Fontes and Pinnell and Lexile. Both of them level our books. Let's see. Eileen says, I also want to know about switching, but I don't want to lose the credits I still have in members. Okay, so Eileen, I think you're talking about being a member of Simply Skilled Teaching. Okay, so we can't switch you over, but you definitely can move from that membership to guided readers. That's not a problem at all. That's not an issue at all. But make sure before you do that, you use your credits in Simply Skilled because it's the same thing. It's a membership platform. So if you cancel, you lose access to the membership. So make sure you use your credits before you cancel. All right. Hope that helps. Jen says, is the guided readers for teachers use only? How if I want to use it for home with my 2 kids? Will I, I just lost that question. Will I pay the same amount? Okay, so I think your name was Michelle. Sorry, where was your name? Jen. Jen, okay. So Jen, here's the best part. We are right now in the middle of creating this guided readers for parents to use at home as well. It should be live within the next week, okay? It should be live within the next week. We needed to make it a little different for parents because we wanted to make it easily accessible for parents and easy for parents to use at home. Now, if you're a teacher, you could join this for your own kids at home. Absolutely. But for parents that are not teachers and don't really understand the ins and outs of reading instruction, we wanted to ensure that our parent portal made sense to parents. We wanted to make sure that we weren't giving them lesson plans that they didn't understand. We wanted to make sure that whatever we gave to parents to use at home was easily understood by parents that aren't teachers. So we are in the process of taking all of our over 700 books. We're creating new parent guides. We're actually almost done with all of them. New parent guides. And again, we're adding audios to all of the Google Slides because again, we want our children at home to do this independently without a teacher. So we are in the process of building a parent site as well. It should be up, I would say, within the next week to 2 weeks because we have a lot of audios to finish up. But I'm super excited about it to bring it to the parent market as well. But if you are a teacher, you could join this one without a problem at all. Not a problem. So I hope that helps. I really need to use nope, that's not working either. Okay. Holy cow, you have so many still. Yeah, like I said, we have over 700 books, but we are rocking and rolling, making our way through all of them. So how do we switch? Do you have a link? So all you have to do is go to guidedreaders.com. If you go down to the pricing table, you'll click monthly. Now, if you've already registered for a free account, you can log in with your free account and then you'll click purchase. And then you'll see the monthly option available to you on the purchase page. Again, it's $14.99 per month. You get 20 books, 15 passages, still the same amount of student licenses, 36 students in the class, access to everything you need. And again, over the next week or so, you'll start to see all of the, we're adding all of the audios to all the Google Slides. So we really want to make this very easily accessible for parents at home that have now found themselves in the woes of homeschooling, So I hope that helps. Let's see. What's the announcement? Melissa, Guided Readers is now on a monthly plan. So you could purchase Guided Readers for a monthly membership instead of a yearly membership. You get 20 books per month and 15 passages per month, and credits roll over each month. So we're really, really excited about offering this to teachers right now during this distance learning situation. Is there a free account that I can just jump on to see the site? So no, there isn't a free account. However, if you go to guidedreaders.com, there are videos there. You could watch the videos, see what it's like, sign up. And when you do sign up, there are 4 freebie options that you could download and check them out. So once you register, you'll have access to 4 free books with all the materials that go with it. You just don't get access to the digital reader during the free for the free account because we couldn't make that available for free as a trial. So this is the way we do it. We offer free resources for 4 different books, just so you can get a feel for how the books are leveled and how they go from emergent to fluent readers. So I hope that helps. Let's see. Does the subscription account allow you to have the student accounts? Yes, absolutely. Brooke, you could still have 36 students within your teacher account. So you just go in, you make the student accounts, and you're good to go. Super, super easy. Hope that helps. Melissa says, sweet. I hope that helps, Melissa. Thanks so much. Let's see. Want to make sure I answered all these questions. What's the difference between Simply Skilled membership and Guided Readers? Michelle said. Great question, Michelle. So I have 2 different memberships. So Guided Readers is only a reading program. That's all it is. It's only books, all professionally leveled by Fontes and Pinnell and Lexile, all of the lesson plans, the resources, the printables, the interactive reader. That's what Guided Readers is. It's just a reading program. Not just, but that's what it is. It's only reading. My Simply Skilled membership is a membership that incorporates all different content areas. So we provide guided reading resources every month, close reading resources every month, science activities, social studies activities, writing units, holiday activities. What else is on there? And we offer a math in there as well if you want the math subscription. So that's the difference between Guided Readers and Simply Skilled Teaching. Guided Readers is solely a reading program. Simply Skilled is a program for all content areas. I hope that helps. Again, Guided Readers is now a monthly membership at $14.99 a month. I wanted to make it super easy for teachers to join in and make your distance learning situation easier. Hope that helps. Eileen says, can we go month to month on Guided Readers? Yes, when you join as a monthly member, you pay every month, and let's say you work with it for 6 months and then you don't need it anymore, you can cancel. Totally up to you. That's what's so great about the monthly membership, is that it's very flexible. You get plenty of resources you need each month for all of your students. So you have plenty of resources there, but then you also have the option to cancel if it's not working for you anymore, or maybe you don't necessarily need it when school's back in session. But it's really great to use over the summer months as well, because we all know that children regress up to 6 months in their reading abilities over the 2-month summer. So that's another story in and of itself. Am I right? But you can cancel it anytime. I really hope that helps, Eileen. Let's see. I want to make sure I answer all the questions. I think I did. So if you guys have any other questions, please put them in the comments. Happy to answer any more questions you have before I go off. But I'm just really, I want to thank Scott. I don't know if he's listening, but Scott's my developer. He's thebomb.com. Love him to pieces. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. And I call him up and I'm like, oh, I need this. And he's like, okay. So he was able to just work like a crazy man over the last week and a half and put this together for me. So Scott, if you're watching, thank you. I appreciate it. And so do all of my teachers. So I hope that helps. How do I listen to the students after they have read? So that's super easy. Christy, super easy. So after the students have read this, have recorded themselves reading, right? When you log in under your in your account as the teacher, when you log in, you'll actually see their recording. Let me see if I can bring it up for you really quick. So let me add a screen. Hold on. Let me add a screen. Okay, I'm going to add a screen right now, and I'm going to show you. It is super easy to show you how to do this. So let me log in. I'm going to log in as the teacher. The account I just made, the monthly account. And remember, I made Jake, remember? So I'm logging in, and I go up here to, you know what, let me get off. Yeah, I want to make it full screen. So you go up to your profile, and you click Student Manager. And now this is Jake. He was my make-believe student I just added. So you see this little purple recording right here? And here is where you can hear his recordings. So every time he creates a recording, you will see that recording under his account. You'll also see all of the quizzes that he takes. So you'll see his quiz grades. You'll see which quiz questions he got wrong and which questions he got right. So that will help you with helping with instruction as well. And then you can listen to his recording. So this was just me making believe before.
Matt left school. He was frowning.
So that was me just before showing you how to use the actual reader. So it's very, very simple to go into the Student Manager account as they do their work at home. You can listen, look at their quiz grades, see what they're doing. So easy. And then, of course, the Google Classroom option allows you to see their writing inside of the Google Classroom because you assign it to them inside of your Google Classroom account. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps, Christy. I hope that helps. Melissa says, how much are the Simply Skilled clubs? Well, guided readers is $14.99 a month. Again, you get 20 books and 15 passages. Guided Simply Skilled is $24.99 a month, and that one you get guided reading, close reading, science, social studies, writing, holiday activities. So they're two different memberships. One is completely focused on reading instruction, and one is all content areas. I hope that helps. Let me see. So someone says, if I have the yearly subscription, am I correct in assuming that in August, I will then go to the monthly membership? So let's say you purchased the yearly membership in August. You will continue as another yearly member for your next time. When your time to renew, you'll renew as a yearly member. If for some reason you want to change it at the end of your year to monthly, you can definitely do that. Just email us at info@guidedreaders.com and we can take care of that for you. But you'll renew at whatever membership you signed up as. So if you signed up as yearly, you'll renew as yearly. However, if you want to change your yearly to monthly at the end of your subscription, you can definitely do that. So I hope that helps. It didn't say your name. I would have called you by name, but it just said Facebook user. So sorry about that. Let's see. Good. Gotcha. Melissa, gotcha. Good. I hope that answered all of your questions, guys. I'm really excited to bring this to you, and I do hope that this makes it a little bit easier for you to come on into guided readers, and I'm super excited about it to make it available for you, especially during this distance learning era that we're in, apparently. So I hope it helps. Someone just popped in with a question. Gina says, so can we get GR for a monthly cost and not yearly now? So yes, Gina, we just added in a monthly subscription. Literally, it went live about 5 minutes before I went on live today. It went live about 5 minutes right before I went on live. So now it's offered as a monthly subscription as well. If you do already have a yearly subscription, we cannot change you to monthly until after your yearly subscription is over. But when your yearly subscription is over and up, you can then go into a monthly membership. So I hope that helps. Esther says, I'm not very tech savvy, but can parents access this through their cell phones if they don't have a computer at home? That's a great question, Esther. You can, but I have to be honest, it's not, the cell phone picture is so small that the user experience just wouldn't be great. You could definitely try it, but it probably wouldn't be ideal. So, because the space would be so small, because when they're reading books, they would read it this way, and that means the book would only be that big. So it really wouldn't be a good user experience. So I hope that helps. So if I have purchased Simply Skilled membership, will you still be updating that site? Oh, absolutely. Simply Skilled membership is still alive and well. We add to it every single month. I'm still there for you guys. You know that. I love my peeps. I've got thousands of members that are still in Simply Skilled Teaching Members Club. So we just do both. We do guided readers and we do Simply Skilled Teaching Members Club. So we have both, and we absolutely update it every month. Yeah, so no worries about that. Let's see. Nancy, do I have to wait until my annual membership is up to switch? Yes, unfortunately, there's no way to switch you out of your annual into your monthly. So it would be best just to wait for your annual to end, and then we can switch you over to a monthly membership. I hope that helps. Let's see. Oh, good. Thank you so much. No problem. My pleasure. Good, good, good. All right. So I hope that helped everybody. And I really do hope that you check out Guided Readers. Again, $14.99 per month. Monthly membership. Cancel at any time. You get access to 20 books, 15 passages every month. And again, credits roll over from month to month. So if you only use 10 books this month, next month you'll get another 20 and you'll have your 10. So you'll have 30 books next month. Again, every month credits roll over from month to month, passages as well. So you have plenty of resources to cover you for the month of reading instruction with your students. So I really, really hope that helps. Aw, Gina's a sweetie. Gina says, love both SST, which is Simply Skilled Teaching Members Club, and Guided Readers. Gina, you're the best. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. You have always been such a faithful follower. So I'm honored to have you in both. And thank you so much. You're so sweet. Appreciate it. Nancy says, I'm a member of Simply Skilled. Okay. And don't forget, I add reading resources to Simply Skilled. So never worry about that. There's just a little bit of a difference because we have a different reader. We have a different digital reader. It doesn't offer a read aloud option or a recording. But that was really the reason why I built Guided Readers, and we built it from scratch. You know, I hired my developer and he built our platform from scratch. So that's why we could add in all of these fun, different, activities for the kids, these virtual and interactive activities for the kids. So we had it custom built. So that was why I did it. Is that with all the materials included? Yes, Gina, yes. So you get the printables, the digital, absolutely. So, but remember, there's 20 books per month, 15 passages per month when you do monthly. So you don't get access to the entire library. You pick and choose what you need each month for each of your groups. And again, there's plenty, trust me, 20 books is more than enough for your reading groups for a month. I mean, even if you use 2 books a week, which is highly doubtful, except of course, maybe for your lower readers, your A, B, C reader, you may do 2 or 3 books a week. But when I teach a guided reading unit with my kids, I always did a 3-day plan. So I always read that book for 3 days. We always did a rereading to help with fluency, comprehension. And then of course, Thursdays and Fridays, I typically did close reading with my reading groups. So that's how I balanced between reading books and doing close reading. So, and the new close readings, oh my goodness gracious. Have you seen them? I love them. The new close reading, we have given them to you in 3 different formats now. Many of you said, oh, the writing was a little too small. So what did we do? We changed it up. We now give you a single trifold. We give you a double trifold so the words are nice and big. And we even gave it to you in worksheet style where it's just like as a worksheet. So we're giving it to you in different options. And then we have Google Classroom even for close reading. So that's available as well. So, oh, I'm so glad you like them, Christy. I really love the way they look too. I'm so happy with how they turned out. So I'm so glad you love them too. That makes me all kinds of excited. So thank you. Someone says, I had used your free 3-week e-learning packet using Zoom and the downloadable activities. Is that what guided readers would be like? I'm sorry I came late. I don't know if you answered this question. Sorry, it doesn't say your name. It just says Facebook user. Yes, that's typically what guided readers will look like, but there's more in it. So when you go into guided readers, you'll have access to the printable books as well. So now when you downloaded those free units from my blog that I gave available, you just had access to the digital books, but you didn't have access to the printable books. You didn't have access to all of the different printables. You didn't have access to all of the instructional materials. So you'll get access to all of that inside of guided readers. So I hope that helps. Again, I would call you by name. I'm so sorry, but it doesn't say your name. Another Facebook user says, how do I get my students online? I've been using this with my students in the classroom, but now I need them to do this on their own at home. Really, really easy. Again, I would call you by name, but it just says Facebook user. Very easy. You go, you know what I'll do? Let me share my screen really quick. So what you're going to do is you go to your profile and you go to student manager. So this is the student manager, and this is where you add your class. It's so easy to add a student. You just click new, and let's say my student's name is Abby Smith. I write Abby Smith. I'm going to give her a 2-picture password. Let's give her Aunt and Bat. And let's say she's reading on a levels D, E, and F. I'm going to give her access to just those level books, and I create my student. And that's it. That's how easy it is to create a student. And then when your students log in, you have to give your students your username. So there's my username. You're going to create your username. And then when the students go in, I'll show you how it looks. So the students log in. The login is super easy. It's my.guidedreaders.com. The kids press kids login. So I'm going to get out of here for a second so you can see what it looks like. So when the kids log in, this is what they'll see. And they're going to type in your username, whatever it is that you choose. Mine was DeGilio3. And then once that child clicks enter, they'll see and their class, and then they'll click their name. So Jake Foster's one of my kids. He clicks, he puts in his 2-picture password, and he's in. It's very, very, very easy for the students to access the digital reader and the assignments that you give them. So easy. So I hope that helps and that answered your question. That's how easy it is for students to get in to guided readers. So I hope that helps. Google Classroom. Someone says, how do you access Google Classroom? We provide Google Slides for you. And then you, as an educator, you have to have a .edu email address to create a Google Classroom. So you have to create that on your own. That's not through me, that's through Google. And then you go onto Google, you create your own Google Classroom, you create your class inside of Google Classroom. And then when you come to guided readers, you can assign the Google Slides to each of your students. And that's how Google Classroom works. But you have to first have your own Google Classroom account. But that's not through me, that's through Google. So you go on Google, create your Google account, create your students in it. And then, again, I'm not sure if the students need emails or how that works because I never created a Google Classroom account because I don't have an EDU email address anymore because I'm not in the classroom. So I just provide those slides for you, and then you assign those slides to your students inside Google Classroom. So I hope that helps. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. My pleasure. Melissa said, this is amazing. I can't wait to use it with my class. I'm so glad, Melissa. Thank you so much. Again, happy to answer any other questions you may have, but I'm really excited to bring this live to you guys because I know that we are all in kind of dire straits right now, trying to figure out this distance learning and virtual learning. And again, I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, but I could only imagine that you were all thrown into this and you were told to figure it out because I've been there, done that in my 23 years of education. So I do hope this helps a little bit with the reading instruction that you need for this virtual learning situation we find ourselves in. Jenny says, could the slides work in Seesaw? You are so awesome. Well, thank you, Jenny. Okay, to be totally honest and transparent, I have never been inside of Seesaw. However, with that being said, I do know that teachers are assigning or putting the link to the Google Slides inside of Seesaw. But to be honest, I don't really know how Seesaw works, but I do know that some teachers have said they've been using it with Seesaw. I just don't know how, but somehow they are connecting the two. So I know that's not the best answer, but I've never used Seesaw. But like I said, a lot of my teachers are using it, and that's how they're doing it. So I hope that helps. Let me see. Hold on. Casey says, Casey, I think, is answering. Shelly Kelly, if they are slide presentations, you should be able to assign them directly from your Google Drive also. Oh, that's great, Casey. That's good to know. So clearly Casey works in Seesaw, and she's saying you can assign them, which is great. Thank you so much, Casey. I really appreciate that. How do you assign guided reading levels? In the classroom, I use a level above, but for them to do it on their own, you level it down. Exactly. Let me show you that. I'm going to share my screen really quick, and I'm going to show you. So when you are creating, let me log out of the student account and go back into my teacher account. When you're creating your student accounts and you go into Student Manager, right? So when you are assigning and creating your student account, you're going to click this edit button. This is where you assign the levels right here in the Student Manager. So let's say, for example, Jake is your student and his instructional reading level is a J, right? But we know now he's home. He's going to be reading independently. Maybe you don't want to give him J assignments. You want to give him his independent level. So maybe what you'll do is you'll offer him G, H, and I levels. But just one thing to mention is that don't forget, we also offer all of the digital, the audio books where the words are highlighted on the page. So even though Jay might be his instructional level, he or she could really do it because they're also going to be listening to the story and then watching the words highlighted on the page. So now I just updated Jake, and now he can see those levels on his bookshelf. So if I go in as Jake, let me show you this again, just in case you came on late. I'm just going to log in as Jake. Again, 2-picture password, nice and simple. And he clicks read. Now he can read this book on his own. So just like this, he'll turn the pages and he could read it on his own. But now if it's a level J as his instructional level, and we know it might be too difficult, he could listen.
Matt left school. He was frowning. His dad asked why. Matt told him.
So as you can see, the words are highlighted on the page. So maybe even though Jay might be his or her instructional level, they can still do it at home because they can listen to the audiobook as the words are highlighted. So that will really help with comprehension, fluency, decoding, all of those things. So I do hope that helps. I do hope that answered your question. How do I use just one page of the slide? Actually, what you can do, Terry, very easily is once you make a copy of it, because we actually force you to make a copy of the original slides so you don't change our masters. Once you make a copy, you could then delete whatever pages you want. Super. Click it, delete it, and then it's out. And of course, you could always come back and get the original again. So just delete the pages you don't want, and that's it. It's really easy. You can edit it however you want. Hope that helps. So thank you. You've just made my life easier. I'm so glad. I would call you by name, but it says Facebook user. All right, so I guess that's it from me today. So Guided Readers, go to guidedreaders.com. It is now offered as a monthly membership and not an annual membership, just for you guys to deal during this crazy virtual time we've got going on here. I do hope it's helpful. I tried to make it as affordable as possible for my teachers to make sure that it wasn't going to stretch you, because I know right now during this time, we're all a little stretched. So I really made it as affordable as I possibly could. It's $14.99 per month. You get 20 books, 15 passages. Again, credits roll over every single month. You'll never lose your credits. And once you download the book, it's your book. It's as simple as that. That's how it works. So I do hope this helps. I really hope you try out Guided Readers, because it's going to make your virtual teaching life so much easier. So thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in for my huge announcement. I really do hope that this helps you and makes it easier for you to teach virtually. You know, I am always here for you to answer your questions. If you're having any troubles, I'm here. I'm here for you. We have a private Facebook group called Guided Readers. Join, come and join. I'm there all the time. Happy to answer any questions you have during this time that you might be floundering, trying to figure out how to do virtual learning. I'm here for you always to support my teachers. That's my number one goal, to support teachers, now parents as well, and of course, students. So I do hope this helps. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in on my huge announcement. And I do hope it helps. Check out guidedreaders.com. We're here for you. We're ready to make your virtual learning needs much, much easier. All right, that's all from me. My love to you. Please, please stay safe. And most importantly, stay healthy. Love you guys to bits and pieces. Thanks for watching. And I will see you on Monday. I'll be going live again at 11 a.m. So I'm always live teaching if you want to check that out as well. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Mwah. Love you lots. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye for now, guys.